What's up, guys? Back again. I know it's a little late in the day, but I want to get some content out for everyone before the slate tonight. It is Friday, August 9th, and we have a 14-game MLB slate this evening. Before I get into picks, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up with a like if you like the content. And then follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the DFS Picks. But I'm just going to make a quick video today. Just didn't have a whole lot of time. I should be able to get content out both tomorrow and Sunday. I have nothing but family stuff to do, no work or anything else. So it's just going to be family and then DFS. But let's get into it. The slate tonight. A lot of pitching options on the high end. We got five guys, 10K and over. But the guy I'm really looking at is going to be Walker Bueller. He's probably going to be it's pretty chalky tonight. He's just so solid, and he's in a really good matchup this evening against Arizona. And he's just so freaking consistent coming off that huge game against San Diego back about a week ago. Last week, almost 52 DK points. He's just so consistent for the most part over the year. If you just look back at his prior performances, and he's just so good at home too. So he's got a home matchup against the D-backs. He is the highest, most expensive pitcher on the slate at 11.5, but just like last night with Sale, I think it's worth paying up for him. He has all the tools and all the upside in this matchup, so I'm definitely going to go him. Now, as far as SP2, it's hard with this slate and these options. Obviously, you got some guys at the top end, but there's not enough value, at least in my eyes, that you could fit both Bueller, who's a lock for me, and one of the other guys that are even 9.8, 9.2 and above. So, looking down the slate, Miley, Tehran, Stroman, they're all in pretty good matchups. There should be enough value to go Bueller and one of those guys. Looking down the list, there's not really that many options going down. If you want to take a chance, Gio Gonzalez is in a good matchup against Texas at home. Hap is up in Toronto. I really wouldn't. I'm not really looking at Hap up in Toronto against that Blue Jays team with all the young guys that are really looking to prove themselves. The only other guy that Smiley and Bede are going at each other in San Francisco. The only reason I'd look at that, maybe Bede on that side. The weather, it's going to be nice and chilly down there. San Francisco is a pitcher's ballpark. That's the only reason I'd be looking to Bede maybe in GPPs. But that would probably be the extent of that. Most of the guys are going to be right there in the mid tier. Gio Gonzalez is probably the lowest guy I'd go to for SP2. But a lot of choices for that today. No, at least my eyes, no real clear cut second pitcher on this one. So we'll go to bats now. And the two teams that I'm really looking at going at it as far as stacks go are going to be Houston and Kansas City. Kansas City is back in Detroit last night. It was a huge scoring affair. I think it ended up 10-8 with a walk-off. I think Detroit actually walked it off. Just not used to them scoring that many runs, but Detroit overall, not that good. And they bring back Edwin Jackson tonight. He's the lowest priced pitcher on the slate for a good reason. If you look back, look at his just home runs that he gives up. Last outing was back in July. Actually, probably one of his better outings. But look at back after that, 3 home runs, a home run, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1. He gives up a lot of home runs to both sides of the plate. So I'd be looking at a Kansas City stack. And first on that stack, as we go over, let's find that game. And they don't have the starting lineup out, which is unfortunate. But be going right here to Hunter Dozier at 4,400. Had a 2 home run game last night. Normally, I don't really like to go back to guys that have huge games. Like when Cruz had each of his 3 home run games, I didn't really like going back to him just because, the odds of them having a big game after a huge game, not so much. But you saw Ursula have that the last 2 nights. But Dozier's just in such a good spot. It's hard to turn away from him. So he is first off on what I'm looking at, and then we'll hop over to Houston and go right there towards Springer at 5,600. You'd be paying up for him, but he's in a really good matchup against Bundy. If you listen to watch my videos in the past, I'm a big Orioles fan. Unfortunately, they've been terrible for a long time, and watching Bundy come up, he had whole lot of hype on him coming up through the minors, and he's just kind of average. He gives up a good amount of home runs. Let's take a look at Bundy and here. He's really up and down, but he does give up a good amount of home runs. Home 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 2, and especially at Camden Yards in that hitter's ballpark against a team who is thriving right now. The Astros are just hitting really well right now. I don't see him getting out of that, and so leading off Springer, really up and down the lineup for Houston, but Springer first and foremost is one of the guys that I'm looking at as well. And then we'll skip out of those two games and go up to the Yankee Blue Jays game, and we'll go to do that. Bo Bichette. So this could go really one of two ways. Hap could have a good game and tear it up there in Toronto. I don't see it going that way though. I think the Blue Jays have a solid game, and Bichette, I think he's going to be the leadoff or hit second. He's going to get a good amount of bats, and he's just been killing it since he came up. As you look at his game log, 23, 7, 13, 21, 19. I think I heard a stat where he's hit a double in 9 straight games. I didn't have time to fact check that, but and that looks 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 straight games. Yep. So he's just hitting really well right now, and there's no reason to fade him on this. So he's definitely going to be a lock for me tonight, and just kind of build around that and build my stacks around that. But that would be the lineup that I'm looking at. I'll put Bichette in there, and let's just say for argument's sake, we'll go. These three. I just can't. I don't. At this point of the day, I don't know which one I'm looking at more. Let's just go with Toronto in Atlanta. So for 8,800, you'll have 3,000 left for the rest of the stack. I'm gonna have to see how the rest of the lineups pan out for the day, because 3,000 is not. There's not enough value to get both of those guys in. So dropping down to one of the lower price guys. Pitching wise might be a necessity today, but we'll see. But that's all I have for you guys today. It is about 2:00. I'll get this up, and then I will be updating on Instagram and Twitter at the DFS Picks as starting lineups come out, as value comes out, and go from there. But yeah, if you haven't already, if you like the content, please, I appreciate any likes you can throw on there. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, just keep an eye out on social media. I'll put up updates as the starting lineups come out. Appreciate the listen, and I hopefully get some stuff out and see you guys tomorrow. Good luck tonight.